Hey, it's Jeremy from Jeremy.net. One of my most popular videos that I've posted online is one called Writing a Comic Book from Start to Finish. And in that video, I break down my entire writing process for how I go from my idea to an actual outline to doing the thumbnails and basically how I put together an entire issue. Now, I have been thinking since this book the video has been pretty popular, I would like to do a book based on this video. Now, my writing process is very heavily structured and built around outlining and working out all of the story structure and all the beats that are happening in a story in a series. And the challenge that I've had since I decided I wanted to make a book out of this is how do I not just duplicate what I did in the video? I mean, I would use the video and probably a lot of the assets and the way that I wrote out the information. I would use that exactly, just repeat it. But I want there to be content in the book that's useful for people who have already watched the video, who want to learn more, have more questions. So, how could I create added content that would have value for you as a viewer and as a reader and as a fellow creator? I think I have come up with an idea that would be interesting. I had a separate idea for a completely different book, and it relates to showing how I write a comic book from start to finish. Um, a while back, I had an idea for doing what I called Morningstar Issue 1, the Director's Cut. The idea for this was that while the actual comic book, Morningstar Issue 1, is 24 pages long, if you look at the pages of my outline, my thumbnails, my rough layouts, sketches, there's well over 100 pages worth of content that it took to make those 24 pages. And I thought to myself, I would like to see this from some of my fellow creators that I'm a fan of. Seeing everything that they did, all the nuts and bolts, the kitchen sink, all the behind the scenes stuff that went into making that issue, I would be greatly interested in that. And the fact that it took about a graphic novel's worth of pages of sketches, writing, and ideas to make that 24 page comic, that could be a book unto itself. Just showing this is everything that went into it, like an all access documentary, showing the behind the scenes of a film being made. Now, what if I were to take the outlining comic book writing book and combine that with all of the content, the director's cut? So literally, you get that book and you get my outline on the writing process, my writing on describing how it's laid out, the story structure, story beats, all the detail that's in that video, which, by the way, I will put a link to that video in the description. So if you haven't watched it before, go check it out. See what you think. If you're somebody who's interested in writing comics, maybe it'll be useful and helpful to you. But my whole thing is, since I'm making this book, and as well as these videos, since I'm making these for you, the viewer, I should probably just ask you what you want. What would be useful to you? So if you've already watched the video and you're interested in learning more, I mean, did that video leave you with extra questions? Are there more things that you want to know that I should cover in this book? Do you like the idea of seeing all of the sketches and all of the roughs, every single thing that went into making that issue of the comic? Because, if that is interesting to you, then let me know what is. But, if that's a great idea, is there something else completely different that you'd want to see on the writing process? I should also probably tell you that it's very likely that's going to be at least a year before I have this book ready. So you've got plenty of time to give me feedback and let me know what you want and ask more questions because, mind you, I'm still not done with Morningstar. I'm only working on issue 6 now, and I have to finish 6, 7, and 8. I may end up, depending on how quickly the book comes together, putting it out before I finish off issue 8. But I definitely want to get at least 2 more issues done before I start into another thing, putting together a long form project like that. In addition to that, I have another book that's supposed to be a collection of figure drawings that I need to put together. I think I posted a video about that, just showing me working together the cover, working out ideas for it. And that also is probably going to take some time to put together. So I want to make sure that I don't slow down too much on the other projects I already have in progress, actually finish the things I'm working on now before I take on something new. So this book, while it's something that I'm excited about in terms of sharing my ideas and my thoughts on how I write comics and how I do visual storytelling, I also realize that I still have a lot of work to do on finishing my own current ones, my own current comics. Anyway, I would like your thoughts, your ideas, your input, what you're looking for, what would be helpful to you. Please leave comments in the comment section below. Feel free to email me. My email is jeremy@jeremy.net. So, either way, let me know what you think and how I can produce a book that'll be more helpful to you and actually make something you would want. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like and share them. You can sign up for my weekly newsletter to get a free digital comic at newsletter.jeremy.net. That's newsletter.gerimi.net. Also, visit my main website, jeremy.net, where you can buy my comic books, art prints, and more. There's also links to my Instagram, Twitter, and other social media accounts. That's it for now. Go be creative.